Hi there, my name is Seb Goldswain, and today I'm going to give you a very short lesson on an introduction to alternate picking. So, alternate picking is something that any good guitar player should be familiar with, whether you ultimately end up using that as your preferred style of picking or not. It's something that you should definitely have your hands and your mind around. So, the first thing is how to hold the pick. So lots of people have various different ways of holding the pick, like Pat Metheny and Steve Morse hold it between their index finger and their middle finger and their thumb, and that works for them. It helps that Steve Morse is left-handed, of course. So and Pat Metheny uses a very soft pick, so they aren't. So they both have exceptions to why that works for them. And people hold picks in all sorts of different ways, but the most common way and kind of the most recommended way by most really great guitar players is to hold the pick between your thumb, or the pad of your thumb, and the side of your index finger. So now with that, it means you don't have to hold the pick very hard because you have a lot of skin in contact with the pick, so it will stay there pretty well. It's pretty stuck in there once you get that in, and you only want a little bit of the pick showing out at the bottom, so not too much, but just enough so that you're making contact with the string. And when you pick the guitar, you're going to pick basically in an up and down motion like this. And the movement varies for most people. So some people, more the jazz guys, Joe Pass type of players, will get their movement from their elbows. And then, so you want a little bit, so whether you get your movement from your elbows, from your wrists, or from your fingertips, like lots of shredders do, you'll generally find that it doesn't really matter, just as long as your hand is relaxed. So your hand and your arm must be relaxed. Tension is always bad when you're playing. You always want your arm relaxed, and so our arms are all built differently, so whatever works for your hand. So experiment. I've been playing guitar for 13 years and I'm still experimenting. So just to try that and see what works for you. Practice in front of a mirror, and ultimately whatever feels most natural to you, whatever looks most natural, that's probably the best way to go for you. So some great picking exercises to get your alternate picking going is some chromatic exercises. So if we take 4 notes per string, you could start off by playing down, up. So pretty straightforward. So your pick just changes direction every time you pick. Down, up, 4 notes in a row, and then once you've done that, you move over to the next string. Same thing on the next string. You go all the way to the top. And once I get to the top, just to change it up a little bit, I like to go up a fret, so it sounds more interesting. And then I descend. So instead of ascending the partially chromatic scale, I now descend it. So, and same thing, down, up, 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 down, up. So something like this. And your goal with that is you want to try and get all the notes to sound as loud and as clear as each other. So now what you'll notice is your pick kind of goes down, up on every single string. But now where it gets a little bit more interesting is when you have to skip strings, or when you have to make awkward movements, like where your next pick is going to be an up pick, but the next string you need to pick on to get the note you're desiring to play is down. So a way to get around that is a great exercise I saw from guitar great Steve Morse. So 3 notes per string, so also applying the same thing. So down, up. So the first string is going to be down, up, down, and now the next string is going to be up, up, due to the odd number of frets that you're fretting. So down, and then up, down, 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 up, and then I descend the scale using these 3 fingers, using my ring, my annular, and my middle finger. So that's a great exercise. Every morning when I wake up to practice, that's the first thing I'll do, is I'll put a metronome on and I'll start slowly and nice and comfortably, and I'll just practice that exercise and all sorts of permutations of that for the first 15 to 20 minutes of my practice regime. So I hope that's been useful. I hope that is of benefit to you, and I would love to see how you guys get along with that. I would love to see some comments in the section below. Let us know what you think, how you find this works out for you, and thank you so much. We'll see you next time.